Hola amigos, this is level 12 and today we are going to be talking about anatomy of a Lolita coordinate. Now if you don't know what Lolita is, it's a subculture, it's a sub-fashion of a mix of old Rococo fashion, Victorian fashion that was made in Harajuku as a form of style. It's fashion. And unlike other alternative fashions, Lolita actually has some pretty heavy rules for it to be counted as Lolita, or it will be Ida, which is bad Lolita, and we'll get into that now. So, a Lolita checklist of what you need, and the angelic pretty fancy candy model here is just as a reference, so as I'm talking about these things you can kind of check them off with her. You need a headpiece, a wig, which we'll talk about that, blouse, JSK, or a one piece, a petticoat, bloomers, socks, stockings / tights, shoes, and then just other general accessories that you don't necessarily need but can help make a cord look better. So the first thing we are going to be talking about are headpieces. Headpieces include bows, they include berets, they include bonnets, they include hats, they include nice looking hair clips, beads, anything you can think of that you just put on your head and it can help enhance your cord. Some people wear headpieces to make a certain color pop in their JSK that may not be as prevalent or the main color, or it just fits a theme that they're trying to reference, just anything. Headpieces, while they are not 100% needed for a coordinate, most Lolitas I see in the EGL hashtag, which stands for Elegant Gothic Lolita, because Lolita can't be its own tag on itself because of a book written by Vladimir Nabokov back in the 60s or something. They are just there to make your cord pop. Now, if you don't have a headpiece, don't fear, you're fine. Headpieces aren't necessary, just a lot of Lolitas wear them just to make their cord look nicer, or some JSKs come with headpieces that you can collect and then wear with it, and it just completes the outfit. It's a whole thing. Next, we have wigs. Wigs are probably the only thing on this list that you absolutely do not have to have. Like 100%, you can still be a Lolita without a wig, and even like a headpiece. You don't 100% need a headpiece to be a Lolita, but some Lolitas choose to wear wigs because the color looks really nice with their with the rest of their outfit, or maybe it's a style that their normal hair can't get, like really curly, or maybe they have long hair and they want a short hairstyle for this cord. It doesn't matter. Some Lolitas choose to wear them. However, others, such as the girl, her name is Tyler Willis. She is from the channel Scarfing Scarves, and she hosts a new show called Last Week Lolita News. I'll link it below. She chooses not to wear wigs, mostly because they cause headaches, which I can agree, they do, and I hate them. So if you are someone who doesn't like to wear wigs, or kind of wary of wearing wigs, or would prefer to spend your money on something other than wigs to afford Lolita, then by all means go ahead. It doesn't. However, if you like wearing wigs and you think a wig would make your outfit just look better, go ahead, buy wigs. I don't care. Next, we have blouses. Now, something you need to understand about most Lolita dresses, JSKs, which are jumper skirts. You can wear them without a blouse, yes, but Lolita is a conservative fashion and you need sleeves. Like, even if they're short, like, not short sleeves, but like, you get what I'm saying? You need like something covering your shoulders that isn't like the spaghetti straps of the usual JSK. So blouses come in all shapes, colors, and styles. You can have the really poofy blouses. You can have the really short, straight cut blouses. You can have there's so many blouse styles, I can't just show it with 3 pictures, but I tried to get a range of styles, but looking at them, I'm like, I didn't do a good enough job of getting a range. But blouses are there just to have something covering your shoulders, because again, it's a very elegant, conservative fashion. Because again, it's inspired by Rococo and Victorian fashion, which we're all about that conservativeness. If nothing else, you need a blouse and a JSK. We'll get to instances where you don't need a blouse, but like blouses are pretty important in Lolita fashion. Next, we have JSKs and one pieces. Now, as I said before, JSK stands for jumper skirt, which is the main piece of the recognizable Lolita fashion. It's a dress with spaghetti straps and a poof skirt that has a design on it, which is the hallmark of Lolita fashion, in my opinion. JSKs sometimes come with what is known as shirring. Shirring? Yeah, shirring. It sounds like shearing, but that's what you do to like sheep and stuff. It's shirring. It's the stretchy stuff in the back of the dress, which you can see in the second picture. So it can fit different like sizes. Like if like people with different chest sizes can wear the same dress without necessarily having it need to be like 100% tailored different. And then there are one-piece dresses, which are dresses you don't need a blouse to wear. They are long sleeve. They cover like they're usually more expensive than JSKs as well, just because you don't need the added expense of buying a blouse. Some people will say if you're just starting out on Lolita to get a one piece, because you don't need to buy a blouse with it. Your cord's pretty much done. You just need some tights and shoes and maybe a headpiece, and you're good. You don't need the extra expense of a blouse. But some people will be like, no, you should get a JSK and then maybe a few different blouses. It all depends on how you want to wear Lolita. That's a personal choice. But in my opinion, I would get a one piece first, just because one pieces will enable you to go to Lolita meetups without looking like a weird outsider, or it will like get you it will invite conversations with other people who may wear Lolita who just aren't wearing it when you meet them. It's a whole thing. There's entire videos on it. I'm not gonna get into it 100% here, but you absolutely need a JSK or a one piece. You cannot have Lolita or be a Lolita if you don't have a JSK or a one piece. That's just the main part of the fashion, and also that's where most of the expense comes from. Like, that's the main thing. If nothing else, you need a JSK or a one piece. That's it. That's how life works. Next, probably the second most important thing, and then the blouse, are petticoats. Petticoats is the thing that gives the dress the poof. I like the graphic that Wonderwelt had. It showed what a dress looked like without the poof, and then a dress with the poof. Like, sure, you could wear it without the poof, but then you don't have another hallmark of Lolita fashion, which is the poof. Like, I don't know. I just feel like petticoats are like super important to get just that normal shape, the silhouette of what people think of when they hear Lolita. Something to be wary though about petticoats is, like everything, they all come in different sizes and different cuts. You may buy a dress that isn't meant to poof out so much as another dress you see, and you buy just any old petticoat. Well, when you try to put the dress over that petticoat, because you put the petticoat on first in the dress, I'm pretty sure your dress won't fit over the petticoat because your petticoat is too big and your dress, like, the cut is too small. So make sure you are good with your sizings there, and maybe get different cuts of petticoats so you don't run into that problem, because it's not a one-size-fits-all situation here, sadly. Just be careful when shopping. Look at sizing. Look at everything before you commit to buying something. That is super important. Next we have bloomers. Now, you may know bloomers as underwear, which they technically are. Bloomers, specifically for Lolita fashion, go under the dress and over your regular underwear. Because Lolita dresses usually are cut at the knee or above the knee or somewhere around the knee area, they're relatively shorter than, I guess, what I'm used to wearing. I don't know. And because you have the poof with them, it makes them look even shorter. Like, the dress already comes like to your knee, but when you put the poof in them, they're bigger. So you need bloomers. And some people, I couldn't find any images of this on Instagram, so I could give correct credit, but there were some on Google where people had the bloomers pulled down, and the ruffles just added to the whole coordinate. So you can like get plain bloomers that you just have under there in case there's a large gust of wind, or you could have bloomers that match a cord and you just pull them down a little. And it's a big help to taller Lolitas to have bloomers, so like you keep your modesty with the dress. You know, they're great. I didn't really know what they were until I looked them up, and they're cool. Next, we have socks, stockings, tights, the like. So, something else about Lolita fashion that is highly recommended, and if you don't do it, you're kind of frowned upon, is having socks or stockings or tights, and they can have designs on them, such as the first image. They can be plain white, and then if you have socks, they can have ruffles. It's all just to keep on brand with the fashion. It's a big thing. Lolita fashion is a big scary thing to me a little, but they help keep the conservative message. Also, the shoes you're going to be wearing with Lolita fashion, you need socks with them or your feet going stank. I don't know what I'm doing. Next are shoes. Now, in my opinion, there isn't a lot of variety with Lolita shoes. They all just kind of look similar to me. That just might be because I haven't seen enough, but they all typically look like the Mary Jane style shoes. Obviously, you can get different kinds, but they're usually these kind of strap shoes with slight heels. Some are more drastic than others, and they come in a variety of colors. However, most of the time you just see them in black, but again, you can get them in whatever colors you want. I've seen some people style Lolita Coords with holographic shoes, brown shoes, boots, the works. It's not a one size fits all situation. If you find some shoes that you think look great with the Coord, fabulous. Just know you can't wear like sandals or flip-flops or Converses. This isn't prom and you're trying to be that edgy tomboy. This is an elegant fashion, so you need elegant shoes. And I also would recommend staying away from like the traditional like stiletto high heel kind of shoes. Again, I would go for the more modest kind of elegant more shoe. Just look up Lolita shoe and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a bunch of shoes that to me look like Mary Jane's. And then finally are just general accessories. Now I took this from Etsy, I believe, and I just typed in Lolita accessories and hello thunder, scary. And this is what popped up. So Lolita accessories include earrings, necklaces, fans, parasols, wrist cuffs, brooches, pins, badges. Anything that is not previously mentioned counts as an accessory. Some people count head parts as accessories as well, which is all fine and dandy. Anything you feel like could enhance your Coord or just make your Coord cuter, or you just feel like including that match your outfit, you can include. It doesn't matter. I really love like the rings, like you see the chocolate bar ring. I really love accessories like that, like the polymer clay jewelry. Like I love those. Those are my favorite type of accessories. I feel like I'd get annoyed with like wrist cuffs just because I hate having things on my wrist, or at least my right hand, because it's my dominant hand. I feel it more. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. But you can add whatever you want. It's great. So that's it for this video. I'm branching out, I know. I hope you like this video. I personally really enjoy Lolita fashion. I don't wear it myself, but I like watching people wear it and I like watching videos on it. It's just something that's really interesting to me, and if in the future one day I ever had the opportunity to wear it, I totally would. If you ever have the opportunity to maybe not even wear it, but talk to a person who wears Lolita in person, you could talk to them. They're usually really friendly people, and like everyone else. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more anime talk related content. Ciao, chicos.